So one of the things that I do is we have Dylan and Gary, the camera guys here, come through, you know, once or twice or 3 times a week, and they're looking at all the stuff that I'm making. So we want to get it on camera because there's a lot of cool things, and there's 25 years in the making of what we're doing, and there's lots of room for improvement, and there's lots of room for new things. And that's what I'm doing every day. I'm just like, what do I want to do today? Oh, I'll fix this, I'll play with this, I'll improve on this. So this is one of the items. So this is actually a pond. It's called our small patio pond, but a waterfall goes on top of this, and you just literally put it down in your backyard, fill it with water, put your waterfall on top, and turn it on. And now you got yourself a little running water with beautiful little trickling sound comes off the waterfall that goes with this. Okay. Then I thought, what else can I use this for? So we make it without the bottom. We put some foam in here, and then we cut holes in that foam, and then we use that for a floating island. So if you have a big pond and you want some plants in the middle of the pond, and you want it to float there because the pond's 2 or 3 or 4 foot deep, then you're going to use something like this. The problem I've had with these sorts of things, they're a little expensive. So we're not selling as many as I want. So my mission this morning was I need to reinvent how to make these so they're more cost effective. So floating islands, floating rocks, floating logs, all of those things help with the fish, help with the water levels and everything else. So I need to improve on that, and that's what this is about, improving on that system, and I'm going to start on that today. So I've literally walked 20 feet, I think, from one project to another. I want to know how to make small narrow trees to go inside of some aquariums, but again, they can't be too expensive, otherwise no one can afford them, and that's what I'm doing here. So this one, for example, we've got a bottom on it. I think in an aquarium you fill with some sand, it'll just sit there in the water, it won't float, and if you ever need to get it out, just lift it up, tip the sand out, wash it out, and voila, there's another product. Okay, so what we got here, this is another, I can't help it, honestly, I must have a problem, but I think to make habitats for animals, which it has to look good, it has to feel like as if I was that lizard or that snake, I want to live in that thing. It's bad enough being out of nature completely, might as well make it so they're going to feel like they're in nature. So this is my first ever personally trying to make a reptile enclosure, and I thought, why don't we just weld up a frame and we can spray and seal this all really easy from the outside. Whereas if this was wood, timber, whatever, plastic, whatever, I wouldn't be able to get in there. So we'd put our beautiful flexible panels in here, be too much movement. In this case, this is going in Brian Barczyk's extension to his zoo, his aquarium, and he wants like 50 different enclosures. None of this is you're going to see it, so why pay for it? You don't need it to all look pretty. No one will see it. There'll be wire on top, and there'll be glass sliding doors on the front. But I think this is a great way to build enclosures. Okay, so we've just spent about 15 minutes walking through, and we're showing you all the new stuff that we're doing. Vines is a relatively new product for us, especially done this way that we're doing it. And the reason that we've done it this way is the vines in the marketplace that are available, majority of them are really thin, and they're not, I don't think they create a big enough impact in a big enclosure. So Alyssa here has been helping me create these vines for a while now, and I think we've perfected it. So what I want is Alyssa's going to make you know, young Darian, who's the cockroach guy selling millions and trillions of cockroaches, and Darian's got a place called Dubia Roaches, but he also is doing a million other things, by the way. But one of them, he just bought another pet store and aquarium store, and he wants a lot of vines to do the theming in that store. So one of the things he's asked us is thick vines. So this is like 1 inch, so we're going to do some more that are 1.5, 2, 3 inches maybe even for that. So this is our Tesla coil actually here that creates vines. So we're going to make a bunch of vines today. And so Dylan, you just asked me what's going on here with the floor around the caves. So we thought this is a great idea. The people in the fracking industry, for example, they make big ponds for their waste materials out on site, and they use this fabric and then they spray this material on top of it, and that's what we've done. So that gives this phenomenal strong tie down point in our opinion, so we can landscape all on top of this all the way around these, and there'd never be in the wildest dreams this thing will ever blow away, move or whatnot once you landscape on top of that. And it also protects from critters getting into the sides of it and living up into the foam. So we've done a few things. We've made the floor on the inside attached to the rock, made it outside to make a dead man, basically like you do in landscaping, to hold it down. And then wherever we don't need it, like in this spot where this will join up to that other side, we'll just cut it out on site. So guys, let's talk about, we're in the big cave, so it's about to ship shortly. It's nearly 99% finished. So the kitchenette goes here, this table's put in, this one slides in and out, and then when it comes out you got two little chairs as well. Coffee machine goes up here, and whatever else, I'm not sure. Bed, king size bed goes in here. Okay. And then lampshades on the side, air conditioning units up here, mini split unit. It's just coming together. I'm in my heat room. I got so many things here that I've been working on, so I'm enjoying the heat. Look at this, for example. This is one of the items. So this is a mold, okay, and I've made it look like an old Roman ruins. And look at this little beauty, hey? How nice is she? She is just gorgeous. I just gonna share this to the world, and you'll be able to buy this. The edge will get cut off. It'll go on the wall in hotels, in houses, in God knows where, but this was one of the little things that I was working on. So in Florida, I got a tree that was damaged over there. I brought it back, made some molds of it. Now we've joined parts of that together and made it taller. And we're in the process of making a mold for that. And then over here, have a close look here. This is revolutionary for me. So what I'm trying to do, much like that naked woman I just showed you, I'm trying to create stone that can be wall hangings in hotels, foyers, people's houses and whatnot, but I want it to look like it's old ruins from Rome or from other parts of the world, and getting them to crack like I've got here, okay, with all these cracks in it, is going to give me that look. And then we'll take a mold of this and then we'll reproduce that over and over again. I've got a few designs happening here. I've got a smaller one, I've got a much more, this is a flagstone, this is a piece of our dragonstone rock, and I've got lots of cracks in that, so it's nearly ready as well. And then we come over here, and our second cave bedroom, bathroom is about to go to Utah. We just had our first renting out of our cave cabins in Utah, so I'm excited for that. We had a wedding in front of the caves as well in Utah just last week, I think. And I needed, because we've got a kitchenette going in the next cave, I needed to have another bench. There's a space on the side, and this is a flat little table that's going to be used in that. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little projects happening in the last 2 weeks, and that's only in this room.